We start tonight with breaking news out on Lake Minnetonka, where authorities were called to rescue a person from the ice. The rescue took place in Carmen Bay, that's near Excelsior. We're still waiting for some more information from police and firefighters. We do know that the dense fog made the rescue efforts extremely difficult for them. That rescue came just hours after Heidi Wigdahl was out at the lake talking with officials who are sounding warnings about the deteriorating ice conditions as the weather gets warmer. Here's what they had to say tonight.
If there's one thing you should know about the ice,
there's no such thing as safe ice.
Sunday morning, a side-by-side sunk 25 feet underwater on Lake Minnetonka in Shorewood.
Talked to the guy that fell in there. He said, yeah, your heart just all of a sudden triples.
Bozic Underwater Services, based in Alexandria, answered the call.
So whatever people lose in the lakes, they give me a call.
Jeff Bozic has been doing this since 1988.
This is Lake of the Woods.
Just Friday, he was pulling out a car because of thin ice. Sunday, it's not thin ice.
So this would be a typical ice heave.
But attempting to drive over an ice heave, similar to this one on shore.
When we hooked up both wheelers and we had enough traction to pull it. Yeah,
I'm okay. But with warmer weather on the way this week, it's even more of a concern for first responders like the Hennepin County Sheriff's Office Water Patrol.
This is probably the warmest I've seen it.
Sergeant Tony Costores has been with Hennepin County Water Patrol for 10 years.
We're dealing with about 14 to 12 inches of ice in places, but ice forms differently in every bay, so there could be areas where it's very shallow or a small amount of ice and large amount of ice in other places.
So far, they have not had as many rescues as past years, but with the weather warming.
Definitely have concerns about people going out there. We've seen people driving on the ice. It's not recommended. Obviously, ice is never safe. We say that all the time. But we have seen vehicles and ATVs on the ice.
If it's windy and it melts a little bit of ice and there's water on top, then that water starts moving from the wind and it'll just make a hole extremely fast.
While it's at your own risk,
I would stay off.
In Shorewood,
there's no fish worth dying for.
Heidi Wigdahl, KARE 11 News.
Gotta be careful out there. The Minnesota DNR says with ice thickness, you should be checking it frequently as you go out. We have recommended guidelines and more safety tips at KARE11.org.